I was a big fan, by the way. Big fan of you back in the day.
Big fan of him, like he was the
never
guy.
shot never.
Like he was the guy. Shut the fuck up. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let me know when you roll.
We're already rolling.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the Writer's Block Podcast with Bobby Brown Jr., where you already know something. I don't like that. I want to redo it.
Keep it flowing.
All right. Hey guys. Nope. You clap. I'm not going to clap.
How am I supposed to clap?
Just do this. Let me know when to start.
Ready? And go.
Hey guys, welcome back to my show, the Writer's Block Podcast with Bobby Brown Jr. I am comedian Bobby Brown Jr. And on this show, sometimes we get to talk to some cool, calm, and collected comedians, my favorite people in the world. This week's guest is none other than the host of the weekly mic here in Jacksonville at CBD Cafe. Very funny guy, my dude, CJ Couch, all right?
CJ.
It's gonna be a great show, guys. Thanks for watching. This is how social I am. We met in a Dunkin' Donuts. I was writing jokes in Tallahassee, and her and three of her friends came in, and they just laughed at something randomly, and I just took my headphones off. I was like, hey, real quick, I'm writing a joke right now. I do stand up. You're women. What do you think about this? And that's kind of how I met her, and then she built the website for me, and we have a great relationship to this day.
That's bold. I don't have that in me.
What do you mean?
I'm not talking to anybody.
Look, you're a comedian. People. You talk to people all the time. You're a host.
I know. It's not that I'm not good at it. It's just I don't want to.
Got it.
I feel weird.
You feel weird
when I'm out there, and at Publix or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why it's always a hot girl at Publix that we think of.
Okay.
But I never have in my life hollered at some random girl.
I love that you said hollered. You've never hollered at a girl, bro?
Never.
CJ, you're a handsome looking dude, man. You're
even,
young. And listen. You're in right now. White guys with tattoos.
Yeah, I've never
Pete
not
Davidson,
been in,
MGK, fucking like he said, I've never not been in. I like the confidence. I respect it.
It's not that.
He's gonna leave me hanging on my own show. God damn it, man.
It's not that. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You feel weird about it.
Yeah, I feel weird doing it. That's all.
Okay. All right. I don't know. It's always easy for me to talk to people now that I'm I wasn't always this way. Now that I look good, you know what I mean. Now that like my fat ass is my beard. You know what I mean. What I mean by fat ass.
Okay.
Something that you have that covers up whatever else that you know what I mean.
Is that true? You were uggo and now you're killing it.
I mean, once I got that developed, I got to shape everything else together. You know what I mean? But it started with that. That was where the whole turning point was, and now I look great. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Mikey tries to hit on me all the time.
Yeah, you look so good. I wouldn't even assume that you didn't before. How about that?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I got some really, really awkward pictures from middle school and shit, dude.
Well, middle school sucks, dude.
Right,
everyone sucked in middle school.
I'm very happy to have you here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I mentioned this in the intro that we already recorded. This totally isn't, in the middle of whatever. But my guy CJ Couch here, very funny comedian. I love this guy. I met him as soon as I got back to the scene in Jacksonville. He hosts a lovely mic at CBD and Kava Cafe. Did I say that right? I feel like I switched the words up.
Kava Kratom. I just say CBD Cafe.
CBD Cafe. It's every Thursday. All right, every Thursday at 9 o'clock. You guys can come see CJ host, do his thing. How long you been doing that show?
It'll be 2 years in a couple weeks.
Let me give you a round of applause, man. I know how hard it is to keep something going for some years, man. This podcast actually just turned 1 year old.
Oh, congrats,
dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I just turned 2 years old as a podcaster not too long after that. So, but yeah, talk to me real quick about, this is a comedy podcast. So obviously I got to do some more comedy diving into, you know what I mean? That I've been doing a lot of that, going to shows and like becoming more of a comedian and not as afraid to call myself a comedian. So I've been letting myself speak about it a little more. So this early part of the podcast is going to be a little comedy heavy, if that's cool with you. Mikey, the listeners out there, real quick, I do got some great topics for you guys today. So real quick, we got some comedy talk. I told y'all CJ is a host of CBD Mike, and we've also been doing a lot of mics together around Jacksonville. So we're going to talk comedy. I'm going to ask you your top 3 influences. is, pretty much like what's your ultimate goal with comedy, why you do stand-up comedy, shows that you've seen live, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And then we also got some fun topics that are out there in the world. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Elon Musk is finally, taking his next step in the master plan, bro. He's got a brain chip coming.
I love it. I love
testing on human Neuralink. You know what?
I want to be tested on.
You all right?
We can talk about Neuralink.
All right.
Dude.
Well, we're gonna get there. We're gonna talk about it. We got some Neuralink.
We only read the
talk.
headlines. We only read the headline.
I also want to have a conversation after that about how much you guys love your cell phones. All right. There was a gentleman who I saw. It was like a video going around on Instagram. This guy drops his phone in a sewer, like a actual sewer on the street. You know what I mean? And his buddies help him take the fucking thing off. He jumps in the sewer water, digging around for this cell phone. I'm going to pull the video up and show y'all. It went crazy on Instagram. Yeah.
The phone's dead, dude.
Dude, like it's literally in the water with the beer cans, the soda
water.
cans and shit. Like,
no, phones are fine now in water.
Poop water, though.
yeah, it's like
come on,
dude. He
All
was
of the shit
in. He
in
was
there?
in there. It was like the Star Wars scene at the end of it. Like, look at me like a nerd. I've never quoted Star Wars before ever, but
It's okay to quote Star Wars.
Yeah, it's all right, guys.
but like
It's all
yeah.
right.
So I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna ask when you see the video. I'm gonna ask what length that you would go to revive your cell phones. But I'm gonna save it and show y'all the video later.
Okay.
expand on that
Also,
later.
Mikey, I love you so much. Could you please do timestamps this episode? I'll mention them to you again.
Okay, cool.
I'll make sure to bring it up. Listen, guys, it's a team of who you see and who you hear in here. All right, we've been getting it together. We're making improvements, but everybody is doing such a great job. I want to thank my guy Mikey here, who has been with me for the last couple of weeks. Back from Orlando, he zoomed back from Orlando just to make my show. This man pedaled to the metal just to make my podcast.
Zoomed 2.5 hours.
Zoom it, dude. Fought traffic. You did that today?
Yeah, he
My
got back in today.
girlfriend drove back from Orlando today as well.
Oh yeah.
You guys fucking, bro?
next-
Is that what's happening, dude? You
Yo.
fucking my girl, bro?
Oh my god! We got beef early in this podcast.
Yeah.
We got some beef to get to. Speaking of beef, we also got Kanye has threatened Pete Davidson, another
I heard that.
comedian. I just heard the song. I thought
I'm
it
about to
was
get more
cool. You know,
security.
we
This
got to
guy
talk
has-
about it. I thought it was okay at first, but once you start putting that in music, like Kanye is one of the greatest artists of all time. The fact that and he's talking about Pete Davidson, a fucking comedian who's on SNL and like shit, like in the songs, like God save me. Did you hear the lyric? He goes,
I listened. I
he said,
did.
God saves me from that car crash just so I can beat Pete Davidson's ass.
Yes. And then he also burned Pete Davidson. I don't remember the lyric or anything.
With the cigarette?
No. Did he?
No, that'd be something Kanye would
But-
do.
But he burned him like he said something about how he's like a nobody.
Yeah.
And
like
there's-
talking shit about him.
There's in the same song, it's like there's some line where he's like Pete Davidson, and then there's like an ad lib where it's like who,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah. Also, I did hear that.
You know what I'm
We
talking
listened to it.
about?
Yeah, we listened to it before you got here.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I should have wrote the time down so we could play it. But listen, man, we also got to talk about it because, like I said, you're in right now, bro. All right, you're kind of you look more white than Pete Davidson does.
Yeah, for sure.
But y'all, the tattoos, funny guys. You're like you got to be
looks more
capitalized.
alive.
He looks more alive.
More alive than
Jesus
Pete
Christ.
Davidson.
yeah, for sure.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's not about how white he looks. What, you think that's what a good white person looks like? Like a strong
Like
white
CJ.
He's
person?
a nice little white kid.
a nice little white kid.
A 29-year-old who looks 12.
We also got every week I'm gonna start making I'm gonna start asking some questions though about it. Mikey has some questions for us that we're gonna be bringing and incorporating. So if you listeners out there want to ask some questions, all right, you can send them to me on Instagram or send them to the Writer's Block page. I haven't asked Mikey if he's comfortable with me telling him to send them to y'all, so that's why I just said that. But if you're comfortable with it, send it to Mikey.
Yeah, if you know me better than Bobby, send it to me. But
All right,
you know,
yes.
whatever you
but
feel
if you know
comfortable
me
with.
better, just make sure in the comments. I'll make sure that Mikey gets it, and we'll talk about it. So we have a couple questions today. Then we got some TV shows, comedy specials, and movies that we're looking out for. That's dropping. That's going on in the world. A couple more topics. I'm very depressed that Rihanna let all of us down. I've been on this tirade for a little minute. Rumors came out. I've seen some pictures. It looks to be true. She let the worst rapper of all time get her pregnant, A$AP Rocky, and I feel personally hurt. I feel like she owed it to us to have a baby with someone who made good music.
I'm
You know
not
what I mean? Like,
I'm no like fan of ASAP Rocky?
Nobody is. I don't know who's your
I'm
fan
also-
of ASAP Rocky out there.
With that said, why is he the worst rapper? I feel like
Bro,
there's so many worse rappers.
you think there's worse rappers?
Yeah.
We'll get to that then. We'll talk about it a little bit. And then let's see. Who else knows what we'll come up with? But so far, that's the show we got for y'all today, guys. So I'm really excited. Back to some real comedy talk. You know what I mean? CJ, hey, I'll start with this. How long have you been doing comedy? Let's go there. How long have you been doing comedy, my guy?
2 years.
2 years?
Coming up in like 2 weeks.
That's
just like
crazy.
the CBD 2 years is coming up in 2 weeks.
Wait, so that was your first mic?
Yeah, so like I've never did comedy until I started that mic.
Dude, that's nuts, bro.
Pretty cool, right?
In 2 years, you're pretty proficient. You're pretty like I like you think very quickly. Like you've gotten really good at hosting a show and doing comedy in those 2 years.
Dude, it's the only way to get good at hosting shows to host one. Like I think everyone should have one.
Have their own mic?
Yeah, dude, it's like a cheat code.
Like a cheat code?
I was talking to Zach Malcolm.
That's how I feel about podcasts. Like everyone should have their own podcast.
Yeah, that is true. It does get you very comfortable. But like I was talking to Zach about
Women
it.
also hate you.
Zach Malcolm runs Shantytown.
Okay.
And I was talking to him the other night about like hosting and how it's like a cheat code, dude. Like
Yeah.
you just get so comfortable with being in the moment and not having anything on your mind.
Yeah.
That you just get better at like functioning on stage.
So I always find it so fascinating when I'm meeting people in this scene, and a lot of the people who I met are much older than I am, and then I talk to them about comedy, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I started last week." And I'm like, "What the fuck? It's crazy! Like you started 2 years ago."
Yeah.
I like when I'm watching, I'm like, "Oh, dude, this guy must have been doing comedy for like 5 years." Like you know what I mean? Like that's what I've been thinking the entire time I've known you.
I wish, but no, dude. I've had a rough road, dude. I didn't live like a normal,
Dude.
18 to 20, even including now life.
I feel like that is kind of how it goes. Like for me, that's exactly why I'm a comedian, because I'm only 23.
Yeah.
I started comedy when I turned 20. Actually, I think I was 19 my first time I did a show.
That's so cool, dude.
But like going to now, like I have such a weird like life and everything's fucked up, and that's why I do comedy also. So like maybe that's like everybody, because Christian Blaker, he did the show a couple weeks ago, a comedian. He said the same thing. Like that's what got him into comedy. Is that what turned you to a comedian?
I mean, I grew up like really awesome and like had no problems, and then all of a sudden everything was gone and it was fucked. You know?
Oh, dude.
So, but I grew up.
Okay, wait, real quick. Would you rather like? All right, I'll let you finish, and then I'll ask my question so I can phrase it better. Go ahead.
No, it's basically I grew up listening to XM radio. Like every road trip I go on with my mom and dad, we listen to comedy.
Okay,
We
like
wouldn't
who?
really listen to music, just Raw Dog radio on XM.
I love that. So I never had like I got into comedy myself. I wish that I had some type of story like that. I think that's very lovely. Like do you have any memories that like something from there that really that stick with you?
I distinctly remember we were going somewhere, I don't remember, but we were going through like those tunnels when you're going through the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, traffic was backed up. So we were just sitting there for like forever. And my dad was like, fuck it, let's just order XM radio. So like he ordered it and we instantly started listening to comedy. Like it's like the first thing he went to. And I just remember being in the car from like going from like really bummed out and sitting in traffic to cracking the fuck up with my parents. And then I was really young, so like I'm hearing all this cussing and like gnarly shit.
Yeah.
Which was cool that like my parents never played like lame ass comedy.
Yeah.
Like we didn't listen.
Good.
Like there's stations, if you're hip to XM, they used to be like Laugh USA, and it just wasn't, not that it wasn't good, but it was like very family centric comedy. And my dad did not play that. And my
mom only played like gospel music in the car growing up. Like
That
that's
sounds
like
terrible.
that, dude. It was like probably one of the like, oh my god, man. Like I used to have to just like sing secular and like hip hop music over the gospel beats. Some of them shits rode.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Some of them went crazy. You know what I mean?
Kanye sampled like all those songs.
He did, bro. And now Kirk Franklin's making music with Lil Baby. Like, and it's a
Dude.
fucking hit, dude.
Do you have like a banger ass gospel song in your mind right now?
A banger ass
Like, what's
gospel
your favorite
song?
one? Like, if you had to impress me with gospel, I don't want to hear it right now. I'm just saying, like, if you had to play me a song.
If I had to play you a song, honestly, I would play you "We Will" by Kirk Franklin or "We Win" by Kirk Franklin, featuring Lil Baby, the one that I just mentioned.
Kirk Franklin is like the perfect black gospel music composer name.
Bro, it's literally amazing. So I have a bit that I'm working on about Kirk Franklin, and like I can't wait to finally like put it together. Do you like go on stage with your jokes full like ever like when you write? You know what I mean? Like, do you go on stage with it fully formed, or are you ever like, oh, I'm just gonna go try it because I have an idea? Because like with this joke specifically, I don't know what it is. Like I have no problem going on and working something out, but with this one, I wanted to like really make sure that I say it right, and it's not even bad. I've been holding it for so many months because I'm like, I want it to be perfect. It
depends on what it is, like the style of the joke. Like I think of jokes and they're all different. So like this ASAP, who's the one? Travis Scott's the one who killed those people or whatever. The people died.
The one
Travis Scott murdered all those people. That's the guy. No, I have that joke in like the Titanic thing. I'll just say it. I don't even care. I'm not burning. Like we're not burning jokes here, people. We're in Jacksonville, Florida, doing comedy. It's okay,
bro. Like also like
it's crazy.
The people who listen to this podcast
don't put my
versus the
material
rest
out.
of the world, like it's like
it's like don't put my material out, dude. Like oh, go to who? So the joke.
Listen, man, we global here. Don't do that to me.
It's like I know not. You know what I'm saying, dude.
I'm fucking with you.
I respect it. I was doing the exact same thing. I understand. So the joke is like I was watching Titanic the other night. Like they talk about the lore of like when the ship was going down, like the band played on.
Yeah.
And they talk about it with such honor. Like how come when Travis Scott does it, he's a monster.
Yeah. So like, that's dude.
So like
when I first heard that joke at I think it was at Voussoir. No, CBD. You did it at CBD.
I don't know.
You did it at CBD. The first time that I heard when I started going to that mic, bro, I like to stand like I don't stand right next to CJ.
Yeah. I know where you stand.
Yeah, I stand like I like to stand right. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh shit, that was hilarious. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's a specific joke.
But you did that like literally like the next like I think it was like 2 days after this story broke. That was the show that you broke this out on, and I was like, oh shit, that was crazy.
It's obviously a good one, but that is specific.
Okay,
where like I write it and I'm doing what you're talking about you're trying to like save it and make it perfect or whatever.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have said it if you just.
But that comes easy. Like that's like an obvious joke when you think like when you think about the Titanic and Travis Scott. Like it's a very And
I would never think about that. I will go on record. I would have never put those two together. Even though comedy is kind of just saying, oh, like, hey, this thing is kind of like this thing. Like that, I would have never made those comparisons.
I had just listened to Andrew Schultz talk about when he like puts out the Patreon clips.
Yeah.
He was talking about it, the Astro World shit with everybody.
Yeah, on the pod.
Yeah.
Mikey and I actually went to go see Andrew Schultz at the Florida Theater a couple weeks ago. Dude, yeah, it was a pretty good show, man. He puts on a good show. With that, I was going to ask you, like, so why are, like, you doing comedy? What is your ultimate goal of comedy? Because I've been seeing these theater shows and these comedy club shows. Like, is that something that you want to go to, or are you just doing comedy? You know, what do you think?
No, I mean, I definitely, I want to. But, like, I don't think, I'm not saying you in particular, but I don't think a lot of people understand the gravity of like what that means.
What means?
To be like a theater comic.
Yeah.
Like the reality of that life and what it entails and how it is so foreign and exactly opposite in the life that we're living right now.
So what do you think? Like explain the differences.
I mean, dude, I struggle living this life. So like I can't imagine the struggles that would come with that as much as I want to have that.
Like you struggle, like you mean like from a comedy standpoint, or like just like
functioning as being a successful human being, whatever that means.
Okay. We just had a talk or kind of an argument at Mellow Mushroom about success and what like success looks like in terms of, we were speaking about the podcast because Mikey and I have different views of things, which is okay, which I love. So like, are you saying like you struggle like the level of comedian, like keeping this up? You mean like progressing into that? What do you mean?
He's saying that even like being successful at regular life, just like the whole working 40 hours a week, getting paid and like doing that is hard enough. So it's like really hard to even think about doing something else.
Like it's easy to think.
Yes.
That was close. Very close. Okay. It's easy to think that I'm going to get this life of doing theater shows.
Okay.
And it's going to be this easy ride. But like I fuck up. I've done drugs. I do all this shit that like is in the normal world.
Yeah.
So like now I'm going to go out into like stardom and be handed all these things and be put in all these situations where like nerves are a thing and I have to calm my nerves and I self-medicate and all this shit. Like it's a grander scale of living.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, dude. All right. So I absolutely agree. But
I want
get it. I don't think that anybody thinks that. Well, maybe there are some people, but in terms of myself speaking, I know how hard it is, bro. Because I love comedy. Like I know. I don't know, obviously, but I've seen like I felt the grind of what it takes to like do these shows and finally get a shot at something, and like how long that it takes. Like all the people who people are looking up to now are like in their mid-30s, have been doing it for like 10 plus, at least 10 years, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Older than that too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And but like in terms of me, I don't think that it's like easy at all. You know what I mean? I mean more so like. Is that where you want to take your comedy?
Yes.
Like, do you want to be one of the people who make it to work your ass off, even though it's not going to be easy?
That's what I'm doing comedy for. I'm just saying it's going to be very hard not to fuck up.
Oh, dude, everybody fucks up though, and I feel like you gotta fuck up with comedy. Like everything you were just talking about with like drugs and.
But I'm saying life, if like okay, everybody does fuck up, and I'm scared of in this world my fuck up. If you transfer that and expand the scale of living, and that's the comedy life and doing the theater tour where everything is so much grander. I don't want my fuck up to be so much grander, so I'm conscious of it.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
I'm just trying to say that
you're worried about like fucking something up and losing it. Then
I want it, but I'm kind of afraid of what it could bring. I want it. I'm going after it. I'm not hesitating.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I'm trying to be cognizant of what it brings other than in my head fixing all the problems that I have now.
I honestly never think about I think about it very occasionally, you know what I mean? But very seldomly do I go think about what you were just like things going wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like fucking something up or figuring it out. Because to me, what this is ideally is, you know, hey, you live your life in the open, in public. You grow as a person. You're gonna fuck up. Luckily, we're in a business of we can make our fuck ups absolutely hilarious to the people. Like, dude, Louis C.K. is doing he's back in comedy clubs. They're posting his face on Instagram now.
I'm talking about overdosing and dying.
Oh God. Okay. Well, now we're on to something different. Okay, I get it. I get that.
Or getting arrested on some dumb shit. Like that's what I'm worried about.
Okay. Well, then you got to tame that before you get there.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, I'm cognizant.
I believe you'll get that.
Yeah.
What comedians have you seen live? Do you go to comedy clubs often? Do you go to other shows often, or just the ones that you're like? Who have you seen?
I do not watch comedy at all.
You don't watch comedy?
Like, I'm not trying to be like I don't watch comedy, but I just really try to be authentic, and I know all this shit gets in my brain.
Okay.
But I mean, I've seen Chappelle, I've seen Burr, Hinchcliffe. I used to go to Comedy Zone like all the time.
Yeah. Shout out to the good people over at the Comedy Zone.
Good old Comedy
Love
Zone.
y'all, man. Thanks for partnering with this show.
They used to let me come
content
for free.
Coming soon.
They used to give me free tickets.
Well, now you can get tickets with my promo code. I'll start posting them soon whenever they have shows. Thanks for that. Thanks for that little toss up right there. That was a little nice, man. Look at it. CJ, you used to do a podcast called Couch Talk. I don't know if I just took you off the thought that you just had, but I just had it in my brain. You did a podcast called Couch Talk. Talk about that for a minute, man.
Oh, dude, I started it in like the beginning of 2016, maybe the end of 2015. And
damn, that is hella early to be podcasting. I didn't even know what a podcast was.
But you're young. You know what I mean?
Dude, you're literally 4 years older than me.
Exactly. That's 4 years. Take 4 years away from this, and you're talking
you're right.
2018.
That's good math.
And
right
you started
there.
2 years ago or a year ago.
That's quick math. That was quick math.
Pretty good.
Both even numbers.
Yeah, dude. I'm fucking so smart, dude. Right. But
what was Couch Talk like, man? I went on Apple, and you only have one episode on Apple.
On Apple, you got to go to YouTube. I have a lot.
Okay.
But because my RSS feed, things were different then. But like through SoundCloud, I could have for $15 a month, I could have unlimited like amount of time. You know, like
That's
right now.
Nice.
Yeah, right now if you go on SoundCloud and you try to upload, it's gonna give you like 3 hours only.
Yeah.
And my episodes used to be like at least 2.
Yeah.
You know?
I put episodes on SoundCloud. I started doing it a little bit. I don't do it as much as I should.
I just used it as an RSS feed to get onto Apple.
So there was a community. Oh, honestly, that would be nice. I use Libsyn now.
Yeah, exactly. They had it then.
Yeah. Is there a community still on SoundCloud for podcasts? Because I did upload a couple episodes and nobody.
Here's what I'll say. I highly doubt it. But when this is back then.
Yeah, 2015, 2016.
I kind of crushed on SoundCloud, dude. Like that is what gave me the confidence to then.
Wait, so you were a podcaster before a comedian?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about. Wow,
I never have podcasted as a comedian. Other than
that makes so much sense as to why that translates when you're on stage and you're doing shows.
So,
your personality was already you were in front of that shit already.
Yeah, dude. I did another podcast as a comic with this other dude who doesn't do comedy anymore, Josh Smith, and it's on the Couch Talk page because I had like 200 subscribers. So we're like, let's use that.
I'm gonna clap that up. That's nice.
Yeah, dude.
Hey guys, go subscribe to my YouTube channel at Maybe Bobby, and go subscribe to CJ. What's your channel name?
CJ Couch Talk.
All right. Oh, I also didn't even give out Instagram shot. What's your Instagram, buddy? We're 20 minutes in.
CJ Couch Talk.
CJ Couch Talk on Instagram, guys. At Maybe Bobby on Instagram. I can't believe I forgot that, but in the intro, I have it all in there. I'm gonna make some fancy shit, man. I'm trying to really up the production of how things go around here, baby.
Yeah, dude.
So, are you ever gonna bring Couch Talk back? Are you ever gonna podcast again? What happened with that? When did you stop? How'd that happen?
I mean, I just got super dark in like my mind. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah,
it's real. Like I did a lot of solo episodes, like a lot,
dude.
That's gnarly.
That's how I did that. I haven't posted those, but that's how I started this. I would just record in my room, and it was awful, dude. It was very painful.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get really good at it, and it'll end up becoming what people watch. Like this is talking about podcasting specifically. Like all these people that are listening are here for you. Like there's probably like 5 people listening from my side. Dude,
people are here for you.
Listen to me. Okay. I'm telling you. I'm like, this isn't a debate. I'm telling you.
I have an issue taking compliments.
It's okay. I'm just telling you. The people that listen to your podcast are listening to your podcast. There's probably 5 people, 12 at most, that I shared this and said, oh, I'm going to go listen to this from CJ's shit. They're listening to you, dude. So like, you'd get good at solos, and I guarantee you more people, if you're good at solos, would listen to your solos than guest episodes.
You think so?
That's exactly what fucking happened to me, dude. By like a crazy amount. Like, because they're connecting with you.
Yeah. Well, I got
You're the constant on this podcast.
I'm investing more into YouTube and stuff like that. Like I gotta start doing more. I'm gonna do more content outside of just this once a week type thing, to where it will be that format. You know what I mean? Like getting better at that, because like that is the job. You know what I mean? That's kind of the gig of how things go. I do these recaps on like social media now. You were in the last one.
Yes.
I started recording before I even asked you if you consented to
terrible. So rude, dude. I will always consent.
What is the
ladies
before we I didn't. That was nice. Actually, that should have get this.
This bitch.
That's what I should have did. Before we completely move out of comedy, which not even completely, who knows? It's a comedy podcast. We'll already bring it back around anyway. What is like you got a favorite moment of the show that you've been hosting, the show that you made, and do you have a least favorite moment that you want to share? Because we're doing open mic comedy. It's real, it's not always great, it's not always the best, but there are those nights where it is great and it is really good, but that's kind of the reality of it. We got to give people what the real versions are. You are kind of mostly the constant on that show, other than everyone else. What give me some moments that like highlights, lowlights. I think that'd be pretty cool.
So the highlight that I think of is like going back before it was like what it is now, dude, because it's sick now. Like it's really fun, but before it wasn't. And
really,
like it was, dude, there would be like literally sometimes nobody there. Like I'm not like all comics. Okay. Luckily, there was always a good comic turnout, so like you would always have something to bounce off of.
Yeah,
but dude, it sucked. So
I think that's kind of how all mics, not all mics start, but like I've been to a lot of mics where it's
dude.
like, oh god, like where are the people? Like
I don't know what happened with CBD that made it the way that it is now.
The consistency.
I guess, dude, and me hosting.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Listen, man, like you were saying, there's probably people who go there just to see you host, and then everyone else is like
different.
Seeing them like, oh, there's probably like 2 people going, oh, this guy's going to that mic tonight. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure, dude.
A highlight is like you mean like seeing it grow?
Well, no. So it used to be shitty, but sometimes we'd have these awesome nights where randomly, like in this case, some kid from like St. Johns County, like classic kid, brought a shitload of people. Like I'm talking 19, 18-year-old kids.
Shout out to him. We need people like that at comedy shows.
He brought like these girls. They were drinking, so I don't know what that means, but they were fucking hot, dude. There was probably 15 people.
Go ahead.
8 hot girls, 9 hot girls, and I was like, finally, we have a bunch of people. And then a bunch of other people came, and I went up there, and I was like, I would be writing jokes on my phone, so I'm like using my phone, and this kid, I was crushing, dude. Like everybody was crushing. It was a great night.
Yeah.
And this kid,
There's something about hot girls, man. When they laugh,
it's over,
bro. When they like, listen. Shout out to all the hot, beautiful ladies who listen to this podcast and have seen me at shows out here. Thanks for laughing at my jokes, man.
Yeah, dude. Then the ugly girls laugh because they think they're supposed to. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, the hot girl's laughing. We had to do that.
I do a bit. I had it in like the Comedy Zone part that I put out, where it's like when you go to talk to a hot girl, but she has a boyfriend, so you got to play it off, and it's like, no, actually, I came over here for your ugly friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Those are important too. But like when they start laughing, when they're like the first, like laughing, everybody wants to fucking laugh, bro.
It really is a hot girl effect thing.
So that night changed CBD in your mind.
Well, this kid was being like, I wasn't like shitting on him at all. I just asked him where he got his jeans because I was just about to do a joke about how I only get my clothes at Target.
Okay.
Like everything's from Target.
Okay.
And he got really offended.
I've never gotten clothes from Target.
Yeah, these are from Target. This shirt obviously isn't, but
I didn't
like,
know they sold clothes at Target. Where's the fucking
like
groceries? Groceries.
Target is not groceries, dude. That's a crazy statement.
Yeah. Target has groceries,
That's crazy.
but it's not groceries, you know?
They market everything as a grocery store on TV. I've seen the they've never
It's called a
had
supermarket.
Dude, they market their groceries because no one fucking knows they have groceries.
Yeah.
It's like people are like, oh shit.
That was good.
No, their groceries
That
are
was
great.
good. All right.
They're great.
No, they do. They have a wide variety. of
But this
everything.
kid, so I'm on my phone, things are going well. I shit on him. We get into this thing where he's being an 18-year-old who just got in a thing in front of girls, so he's being shitty, you know.
All right.
And
He's in his feelings.
he goes, "Can you like maybe tell a joke without your phone?" Okay.
Wait.
He's right.
Yeah.
Wait.
hit.
You think so?
I mean,
Listen,
he ended
we're
up
working
being
out. It's
he's
over.
wrong.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Like I shit on him.
Yeah.
But he is right. Like not in that sense, but from his point of view, he's at a comedy show. He's not at an open mic. He doesn't have the nuance of we're working on jokes. That's like most of the crowd. They don't understand what we're doing. Like they see it, but they don't understand that we're working on this process.
You know, I never thought about that when looking at them.
Yeah, they don't at
I
all.
look at them and I just think, okay, I'm gonna go. You know, it's a comedy. You know,
That's
I'm gonna
why
go work it out.
Unrehearsed shit always works best at open mics because the people are going like, oh,
Dude, is that just like maybe that's that makes so much sense because when I try new jokes, it usually goes pretty well. Like you know what I mean?
it's a good joke.
Like,
It's a good joke.
thank you, I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Even though you didn't talk about my joke directly. But this kid,
So I'm like, okay, and I put my phone in my back pocket, and then I told the whacking off next to my grandma story.
Oh,
and
God.
it's for a
Okay.
bunch of
Hilarious
kids, so it obviously fucking destroyed.
yeah,
And then I was like, can I break my phone back out now?
that's
And
fucking
then
great.
Just kept going.
That's great. That's a
And
great
that was,
moment.
but nothing like that had ever happened. It
Yeah.
sucked all the time. And
right.
I mean, then the low light, a million times of it sucking. I mean, now it's the best shit around. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's the best mic in town for
Yeah,
sure.
I love going there. There's been a lot more people who I see regularly who come back. That like how do you feel about like people who come? Like, do you feel the pressure to like, okay, well they've heard this joke before, let me switch it up a little bit for them, you know?
Luckily, like when someone becomes a regular, I used to like at the start, I'd be like, man, I really don't want to do anything twice for these people.
Yeah,
But they start to understand what we're doing because
Okay.
they're becoming regulars.
yeah,
They entrench themselves in the scene. They hang out with us. They're all cool, luckily.
yeah.
Like,
Shout out to Brian and Shelby, by the way.
They're the best.
I met them at like this past week. I actually met them at CBD. Great people. I love them so much, dude. They're great.
hit up Shelby. I have to give up her Instagram because she made me a Christmas present for my girlfriend.
Really?
This
yeah,
painting-
I followed her on Instagram.
I believe
the
it's
other
Little
day.
Brave Fox, but I want to make sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Shelby, man. And listen, guys, we got some mics. We got some shows. We're at 33 right now, Mikey. So let me go ahead and actually get to some comedy shows that's coming up. We got some dates. I got some dates. And CJ probably got some dates
I
for
have
y'all.
one.
All right. So-
Can you guess what day?
I mean, it's a show, but
I mean,
it's not a mic.
it doesn't
but
matter. It
it's-
still counts. We can. I put the mics as dates. No,
Yeah.
they don't know the difference.
Bring
I'm
'em.
working out.
Come out.
outside.
Come to CBD.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So yes, where were we? You were getting to.
I'm gonna
You got
shout
a
this girl's
birthday
Instagram out because she made me a present. Little
regular
Brave
from the
Fox.
comedy show.
If you need a painting done, she's amazing. So we were gonna talk about comedy shows you had.
Yeah,
No, we do. Basically.
What I'm saying, she was a regular at the comedy show. Who you
Oh
talking
yeah, and she like I don't know. She's just very talented and made me a painting. And I have relationships with these people. Like I can consider them friends.
Yeah.
Like truly.
I just met them. I'm really happy that I met them. You know who else is a talented and great painter? The person who made this tapestry right behind me. The Writer's Block tapestry. Shout out my girl Gabby. You guys can go follow her at GMFA_art. I'm gonna show y'all the whole thing. Yeah, I'm gonna show the whole thing when we shoot the other intros. You know, I gotta start incorporating this more, but it's really one of my favorite parts about the show. But yeah, like I form relationships with people who come out to mics and they happen to do other things. Like, oh, I'm actually
You're really good at that.
what?
I see you working. You're really good at that shit. Talking to people.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I try my best. You know what I mean?
To just random people though.
Yeah,
You're
but
very good at it.
I definitely judge people though. Like that is where I do judge people. Where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna judge this person before I just go up and talk to them.
Yeah, you should.
You judge people too.
You should judge people before interacting with them. Yeah.
You think so?
Or
What
you're
do you
gonna
think,
get
Mikey?
fucked.
You think you should judge people?
1000%.
Okay. Well,
You
maybe
have
we all
to.
agree.
I mean,
here,
you
then.
do a little assuming. Then when you talk to me, you go, "Well, I was wrong about this, and this, but I was right about these couple things." Yeah, got them.
If somebody
Oh,
feels like they're shitty, they're probably a little bit shitty.
yeah. Okay. Well,
I can assume you're into tattoos.
I mean, I don't know what that means. I'm not trying to.
I guess. It's
I guess I don't have them finished, and I've had these for like years.
like that's
I'm
not
in-
finished.
I like
to me,
it.
that looks very finished.
I mean, I like it. I like tattoos, but I don't like follow tattoo pages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even say.
But I
that.
do
wouldn't
like
go that
them.
far. But just the broad term of like, he
Yes.
has tattoos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's very true. Like it wouldn't be like that's a good thing to say. Like you know that you could come up and talk to me about tattoos.
Yeah, I'd be like, I have a couple of shitty tattoos. You
But
look like you have less.
If
shitty
I had a
tattoos,
tattoo, let's say of 666 and like gnarly evil shit, you would then probably not want to talk to me. You know, that's like
I don't think I would talk to you anyway.
okay.
People just have to.
do you still have that nice
tattoos.
little face you got?
But what if I had the
Mikey
666
shooting a
right
shot
here, dude?
from behind
Right
the camera.
there.
Right next to my eyeball.
Like,
All right, now
maybe.
that might be a little different. I don't know. If it's on your face,
Dude,
looks
that
like you-
changes things. Oh, would you date a girl with a face tat?
I'm already dating a girl and I'm gonna marry her, and she doesn't have a face tat, so no.
Okay, great answer. Shout out to her if she's listening to this podcast. I don't know.
Yeah, she will.
Does she support your career?
Like 1,000%, yeah.
Hell, I gotta find that, man.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Right now, I only have Mikey. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I think one thing that's huge
He
is
said, "What's up?"
I met Brooke out at Mike's.
Shout out to Brooke, man. She
And-
made me feel like I was one of the funniest
She's
comics
cool.
ever, bro. I love
She's
her.
cool.
I didn't know you wanted to say her name. That's why I didn't say it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
Cool.
But I'm not gonna say her last name.
Yeah.
But
motherfuckers.
yeah,
Not until it's
yeah.
couch.
Good luck finding her.
Brooke Couch, motherfucker.
Yeah, and then I'll say it. But I met her out at Mike's at one mic
Mhm.
that she always went to, and like I saw her getting hit on by everybody and never being a little slut, basically.
Yeah, nice.
Like I saw that, and then she saw me in our element, and me
our element,
not
as in-
like doing mics,
Oh,
having
okay.
girls come up to us and shit,
Got
and not fucking them. So like we have this thing where, like she knows she can trust me out there because she knows how I operate out there before
Yeah.
her.
She's like, oh yeah, he looks really great, but that's just for his career. He's not gonna do anything.
It's just one of
They'll
those.
have that kind of relationship.
But think about it, like most girls, if any girls listen to this, no, I'm just kidding. I'm sure you guys. I'm sure so many girls do.
Dude, the girls go hardest for this podcast.
Dude, girls
Not-
listen to podcasts more.
Dude, it's
I'm-
crazy,
Dude,
man.
I'm not saying baby mamas. Girls with children were like my demographic. I got more messages from them, not even in like a creep way.
Yeah.
Like them being like, I love listening to your show when I fold laundry.
Dude, honestly, like that is the like one girl, like literally I was like, I was having a really shitty day. I'm going to my regular ass job. I'm like, oh, I'm just a regular ass nigga. Like she just texts me out of nowhere, like, oh my God, I just spit my drink out laughing at your show.
It's the
Yeah,
best.
like when there's like hot girls like that, oh my God, dude, shout
the
out
best.
to you, man. We out here. We out here. But I mean the fellas show love, but in a different way. Fellas show love in silence.
Yeah.
Like, why do dudes show love in silence? Is that a thing?
Because showing love's gay, bro.
Sean loves gay.
Shit's
That's-
gay as
that-
fuck.
that's- Shit's gay, dude.
We gotta be gay. We gotta be gay.
No.
Dude, 2022. Let's just be
show
gay.
love, right? It's like it don't cost nothing to show a nigga love, man. Do you know that Vine? Do you remember that Vine? Please tell me. No, all right, whatever. We'll move on.
Can I talk about something?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so like, obviously, I'm not gay, right?
Yes,
But like,
I
and
know
not
this.
even in comedy, like in real, like people that I met through comedy, like their girlfriends and stuff,
Mhm.
have thought I was gay, like seriously, right?
because of a joke you said.
Just me, dude. And I don't get it either. I don't get it either.
Dude.
But here's the thing. Why is it okay, like for them? I'm not even trying to start this like controversial
Yeah,
shit.
no, go ahead.
But like, it's
We
okay.
need controversy on this podcast.
It's okay for like them to say I'm gay and like be like, oh, you're not straight, blah blah blah. But if some dude was gay and you were like, you're straight, dude. Like, come on, you're not actually gay. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I just love double standards and
Yeah.
I'm pretty good to talk.
Yeah.
But it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Wait, so were you offended that they thought that of you?
I was genuinely shocked and did
Shocked
not.
or offended?
I was shocked, and then I was like, I mean, I don't know if offended's the right word,
Yeah. Okay.
because like I think it's more funny,
Okay.
and like
But
I
you felt a
I
little
use
bit of
it
a
on
way.
stage hard now. Now I like playing to it,
Yeah.
and it works.
Yeah.
But I was more like shocked. Like I was like,
Got it.
wait, like what? How am I coming off gay to you?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
And when it became multiple people, and I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Let me study the film.
Yeah.
Let me look back at my
No,
life.
yeah.
Did you
My-
retrace
my-
your steps?
My mom thought I was gay till I was like 16.
What?
Really?
Dude, we would like be driving past like construction workers. She'd be like, anything like that for you? I'm not even. I wish I was joking right now.
Dude, you know what's great? You know what memory you just brought back for me? So currently, shout out to my sister. But literally, I used to
Sucking
love.
dick.
I used to love. Shut up, you fucker. I used to love Hannah Montana on Disney Channel, bro. And she, like, I used to love that show. And literally, like, she got my mom to ban me from watching that show every week, like, or on Disney.
No, I for sure asked my mom if I could twirl baton, like on the baton twirling.
All right, now that's
Now I get it.
She was
that's
like,
gay,
no.
bro.
Now I get
That's
it.
gay.
Yeah.
That's
You're
gay,
gonna
but when they
twirl
do it in
baton.
karate, it's not.
All right, but were you doing
Doesn't make any
karate?
sense.
But when you
Nah.
justify
I
it
didn't
in
have
karate,
access
it's
to
gay,
that.
though. You know what I mean? Like,
Was
you
it-
do karate to justify that shit.
When is it karate?
Dude, I need to
almost
twirl this baton. I'm going to do karate, dude.
Okay, so when the light's on fire, it's cool though, right?
That's
Hey,
dope.
if you're in Hawaii and you got a lay on, yeah. If you're just doing it,
If you're in a rave, dude.
yeah.
Dude, I could be
Super
making
dope.
money right now going to private events, twirling batons on fire. Here I am, sitting camera 3.
Yeah, dude.
All right, guys, let's talk about some trending topics, man. I'm really excited about this. I don't know if you guys saw. Obviously, you guys saw it, man. Everybody's ready to talk about it. I'm getting this straight from TMZ. This is a comedy podcast. We're done with facts for 2022, Mikey. That's something new that I'm bringing into this podcast. No facts. All right, no facts are allowed on this podcast. What do you think?
That's fair.
Earth is flat, baby.
Yes, sir. Elon Musk. All right, Elon Musk is ramping up human clinical trials.
Trump never lost.
Over his brain chip technology. So they're finally coming out with, they're
Love
starting
it.
testing
Love
on
it.
humans. Is it?
Love it.
You love it?
I watched the Neuralink demonstration with the pigs live. Like, I watched the whole
Wait,
thing.
all right, okay, so tell me about it. Actually,
very
educate me because I only know what the internet jokes about from Twitter. That's where I get all my.
Okay,
news.
perfect. Let's talk. Okay, so basically,
Like 42.
so it's this thing, you cut out part of your skull at the top.
Oh shit! Wait, nah, you already starting crazy. That's
No,
already starting
It's a
crazy
small
to me.
hole.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very small.
Okay, all right,
size of
okay.
a nickel.
All right.
Yeah, as Elon would say on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Size of a nickel.
Yeah.
So you cut out part of your skull,
and it's got these like
your frontal lobe.
right now it has like it's not your frontal lobe though, but you have like these there's these like thousands of tentacle things, but I think there's like 1,000 something, and they insert it, and those tentacles go to the neurons that control whatever they're trying to manipulate. And
Okay.
and with the pigs, they're trying to manipulate their nose.
See if I can
So what
find a
it
picture here somewhere.
has anyone seen this? What I'm talking about?
Are you describing the picture of the device?
No, I'm describing what happens with the device when they put it.
They
in.
already
Okay.
tested it
Okay.
on.
Well,
pigs,
I'm
and
being
it worked.
educated, so no,
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen this. Keep going though. This
So-
is interesting. I'm gonna look it up on
So
Twitter so we can get a picture.
it's connected to the neurons that affect the nose, I guess. And when they put food down, and when the pig's nose would touch the food, you would see it react to the neurons. So what they're trying to do is, and this exists already. This already exists in hospitals, but it's a stationary device. It can't be obviously taken out.
All right, here we go. Right here, the picture that this thing.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put this on the screen also on YouTube. I got to start doing that and hold me to it, guys.
Yeah, that's huge.
If I don't
You really
do
got
it,
to.
shit on me in the comments.
I never did it, but you should.
Very often I say I will and then I don't do it, but it's just because we don't have timestamps all the time.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to be more, we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
You 44, Mikey.
Just got to go back and listen to the whole thing. But anyways, okay.
Are you going to get this brain chip? Would you get it?
Fucking %, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
you're going to line up for this.
100,000%.
You too, Mikey?
Yeah.
No hesitation at all.
I'm trying to be in the trials.
I would love to be in the trials. I got
Love to
nothing
be
to
in the
lose, dude. Like, but beyond that, like, you're like, okay, people drink and they get drunk. You can just like fire up the get fucked up neurons. But what we're talking about, wanting, is so far away. Like, what I'm talking about is what they're talking about. It's gonna go like we're not gonna be part of trials for at least like 15 years. What's happening here is there's people who they once had use in their arm and now they don't.
Mikey.
So they don't have use in their arm, and they have these places that you can go at a hospital, and it plugs into your brain, and you can use your arm in sitting down at the hospital.
Okay, so
This is going to make you be able to use it while you're walking around fucking Manhattan, dude.
Manhattan. So why'd you go to New York? Why is that the thing that you went to?
Dr. Manhattan, dude.
I've never been to New York. I've never been on a plane
I've
before,
never
but
been
I'm
either.
going this year.
Are
you? Yeah.
Is that a goal, or are you really going?
I'm gonna go perform there this year. I met a lot of people. I've been speaking to a lot of comedians, and they're always telling me the same thing, like from this podcast and stuff. It's like, bro, you got to get to New York, man. Like, whenever you're ready, like, figure it out, write your shit, like, but you got to get to New York to really get out. So once I get this and a nice little local clout status, you know what I mean? I hate that word, but
Get good
You got to
here
use what the
and
kids
leave.
are using.
Just get really good here and leave.
Yeah. I plan to get really good, man. Also, I might still live. Who knows? We'll see what it's like. But yeah. So
Are you gonna get the? Would you get it?
I'm not rushing to line up like y'all are. Like I think I might wait for at least the first 2 million people to try it out.
I think that's when it becomes dangerous. Like everything people are worried about with getting hacked and all that stuff isn't going to be happening in the trials. It's going to be happening when everyone's got it.
Did you hear that they had this dude had to blow dry his Tesla door when it got cold so that he could get inside? If this happens to your Neuralink chip, you gotta how are you gonna wake up?
Then I just won't wake up, dude.
No, this is fine. I don't know. I think for me,
and my family will get paid by Elon.
And then I'll wake up when it warms up.
You think that you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
get any
Green
money
Day that
out
shit.
of that?
I'm gonna Green Day that shit.
There's no way. If you they're gonna make you sign a consent form that say that there's no way that you can fucking do anything to us if this goes. They make you do it for LASIK surgery. They're if you go blind,
they're gonna be like, here's like 100K if you die. It's like they do that a lot of times in like bigger
100K.
trials.
You're gonna
Elon's
take 100K
cool,
for your
dude.
life.
I'm not taking it from. I'm not hoping that I die, guy.
You're right.
It's a gamble.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
right.
hoping I can read better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
The thing is,
So it says you will be able to save and replay memories. You could potentially
about that.
download them into a new body or into a robot body. You don't care about that feature? Now that sounds cool to me.
Replay memories. Like,
That sounds cool to me.
now we're
had
just
that-
talking
There's a
Westworld.
couple joints on it.
see,
Hit
now it's
that
like-
boy. Woo.
I'm saying like
I love that.
think about like if you're
Kidding, by the way. Comedy.
who couldn't walk can now walk because of this. Like that's the real implication. Everything else that this is talking about right here is like way down the line. Like that's
so far away.
That's after it becomes commercial. It's basically like space travel. Like we do space travel, but like
It's like,
we're not going to different planets for the fun of it.
Yeah,
And
dude,
that's
we're
what
not
this
speed of
is.
light and shit. Right?
All right, well, I will take it when they start doing the cool shit. Why do I want it early? You know what I mean? Like,
Why
beta,
would
bro.
you get the first iPhone? That shit was sweet. That's why.
I didn't get the first iPhone. I don't think was that while I was
but
born.
People
I was gonna say.
There's no
did.
way.
You know, people got the first iPhone. No
People
one
did do it.
people liked it.
This one's a lot better.
Let's
but
see what
I
else
had
we
the
got
7 too.
Take
here.
the
Oh, so you
update.
guys are getting y'all are on board with Elon. You're waiting for Elon. You're excited for this to be implemented into the world.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, let's get to this real quick. How much do you guys love your cell phones? That is what I was going to bring up. All right, I brought this up earlier. This is the video I'm going to show you now, and I'm also going to put this on. You guys can. So it's on Instagram if you follow this page. It's a
Holy
Grand Wizard
shit.
Chat, nigga.
This dude's got like child porn
Mikey,
on his
this
phone.
is 4830.
He's got gnarly shit.
So, wait, what?
He's got wait, what is?
Oh.
He's got incriminating shit on this phone.
Shut the fuck
to
up.
be looking for his
this
phone.
guy. You mean this guy in the sewer?
Yes,
Oh, I'm
not Mike.
All right, got it.
Come
Oh,
on.
so
Stay
it says
on top.
It says this
Chill.
man dropping his phone in the
Chill out.
sewer.
Chill.
Then go. Let me read it.
Come on, dude.
Let me read
Stop
it.
talking about the pee.
Let me read it. This man dropping his phone in the sewer and then going to fish it out got to be the worst thing I've seen today. And everybody pulled him. No, first of all, nobody wanted to grab his hand when he first reached up to come out. So I'm going to put the link. Maybe not the link. Fuck y'all. I'm going to put the picture of the video up here. He's literally digging in this sewer. Bottle cans.
No. But is that sewer or is that just like a drainage? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it like
what's more fun to talk about on the podcast?
Dude,
and you guys can judge it in the picture.
Whatever the fuck it is.
This guy goes. This I'm reading the comments. This guy goes. This how the
should have
next.
brought up some plastic bottles with them. Honestly,
Yeah,
the least he could have
get some
done.
money
And
out
it's
of
a
that
fucking Android. It's literally an
course it
Android.
is, dude.
I would never.
He
All right,
got
I would never.
Bitcoin on that thing. Only
Dude.
one is all I would need.
That has to
It's
be.
got to be, dude.
Yeah. His Bitcoin
It has
or
to
also
be.
phone these days are $1,000.
Bruh.
Dude.
When you have a two, you're agreeing for paying for 2
Yeah,
years.
that's true.
They said dude finna grow a third eye from being in that sewage.
For real,
If I go
dude.
upside down on a cell phone, dude, my credit's gonna plummet.
Dude,
Bruh.
something's gonna swim up that dude's dick hole, dude.
Yeah.
His penis hole is getting something swam up there, dude. For sure. Being in
For
that
sure.
gross ass water, dude. What is he thinking?
That's insane, bruh.
Bro.
Like nobody wanted to grab his hand coming out too. You see, he reached up, everybody backed up. Look at everybody backing away from him.
That is hilarious, dude. And then these motherfuckers are like, fine.
Oh my god, man! All right, so would you guys do this if you dropped your cell phone in the sewer right now?
Fuck
All right,
no,
If
dude.
you walked outside this house, no.
Fuck no.
There's nothing on your phone that would make you don't got no jokes that you can't retrieve that make you want to go in there and dive.
Outright new material.
Yeah, fuck new material.
Yeah, that's not me, dude.
All my homies hate new material.
I wrote my jokes last year. I'm good.
See, if I had Neuralink, this wouldn't be a
Yeah,
problem.
dude, exactly. You have you have Neuralink, you throw it into the sewer and you fucking just like get electrocuted, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's like a fucking what's it called, dog?
Dude, that's how you die.
That's pretty
Fuck.
funny. That's pretty funny.
I
All
love
right.
how he put his hands and he was like, pick me up.
Yeah.
And his little fingers.
Bro,
fingers?
hell
Come
no.
on.
And like no, he looks like he went out dressed fresh as fuck, bro. You could look at his pants.
He still got his chain on.
He really don't have money. He really doesn't have money.
Nah, dude, not at
Oh
all.
my God. All right. We also got Kanye. We talked about beef. Kanye and Pete Davidson. He finally put Pete Davidson. He put it in a song now, and I feel like that is just takes it to another level.
I want to say
Corny.
something.
Go ahead.
I
Go
have
ahead.
nothing to do with pop culture. I don't listen to rap at all. I don't. Pete Davidson, whatever.
Yes.
But there's something that Pete Davidson and Kanye West both, not like together, but separately and now together, completely get my attention. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Like if I'm on Reels, I see Pete Davidson shit, and like it's entertaining to me.
So for me, it
Kanye
was
is fascinating, obviously.
It was the exact opposite. I've never cared about Pete Davidson.
I don't know anything about him other than he's not that funny on.
Yeah,
Saturday Night Live.
I thought he's not that funny on stage. Like he had a Netflix special.
I wouldn't dare watch that.
He had a Netflix. I watched it. He had some really. It was right when he broke up with Ariana Grande, and that chunk of jokes was very funny.
Yeah, I'm sure that a bunch of people wrote them and they're great.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but
Jimmy
the rest
Fallon
of
could have
it.
said those jokes the time
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, the rest of it, I was like, okay, this I what was it? But I don't ever like look at his face and go, oh, I'm gonna be glued to that.
With that said, I'm not hating on Pete Davidson. I want like
Now I
obviously
root
an
for the
awesome
guy
dude.
because Kanye's corny. Kanye's looking mad corny,
But
putting
he's-
bars in music.
But Pete Davidson has the respect of all the elder comics, so he's
Yes.
obviously a cool dude.
Yes,
Like if he was a piece of shit that he looks like he is, they would not like him and
Yeah.
they would shit on him, and they don't, and they respect him. So I'm sure he's a million times cooler than I'll ever be.
Same.
He's probably funnier
Not
than I'll
really
ever
that cool
be.
than Pete.
But he's still. I've never. There's been shit I've laughed at. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Have you seen the thing he did with Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah, dude, I'm not
That's
saying he
funny.
can't be funny. Like it's not to say that like people can't ever be funny or they haven't done a funny thing
Yeah,
or have
yeah.
a funny joke. I don't think that when I say these statements. You know what I
He's
mean?
batting like 300.
Yeah.
which is good in
Yeah.
the MLB, but
That's higher
not
than me
in
right
comedy,
now.
you know?
That's good. That's really hilarious. That's funny as fuck. I think Kanye just looks mad corny now. I respect Pete so much more now because I feel like Kanye's songs are always been like works of art. Like he moves culture outside of music, which is why you're so drawn to him. You know what I mean? Because you were saying you don't know about hip hop a lot, but that's how much he's transcended it. To
I mean,
where
this
I feel
time-
like
this time of hip hop is so. I'm just older. I don't.
yeah, and but he's still that for hip hop. Like, but like for me, I think a Kanye song is supposed to be like art and shit. And now he's rapping
is,
about
yeah.
fucking Pete Davidson. Like now I'm like,
He's
all right,
hurt.
you look corny
guy's hurt, brother.
and shit.
I mean, he looks
as a
corny in that
comic, as a
picture.
comedian, I respect all this shit. As a comedian, I'm like, oh, this would be great PR for me. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I
So
wish.
now I wish it a different thing. But
Pete Davidson has something. He must be the most confident, but like at ease person of all time. He must be so confident, but not like braggadocious. You know what I mean? Because he's doing something right. All these bitches.
Dude, you know
the guy who's
right.
super,
He's
super
laying
cool,
it down, bro.
but will
He's
still
laying
take
it
you to
down,
lunch, you know what I'm saying?
His
Pay for
track
your
list,
lunch, dude.
Ariana. After Ariana put that message about him having the pipe, his career took off, man.
Dude, that's
that was Ariana Grande. That's a crazy cosign on penis.
Have you ever hooked up with a girl because you hooked up with another girl?
Dude, like, yeah, my favorite homegirls are the ones who, I posted a video, like a reel, where it's like my homegirl put me on with her friends, and it was like Skip Bayless going, and when it's time to go deep, he can go deep like nobody can. Dude, yeah, those
That's
are my
the best.
favorite women friends. Shout out to y'all, man. Hey,
Good stuff.
you need those people around, especially when you get more successful, because that is how you avoid the fuck ups.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
the
gotta the people who understand it. You know what I mean? What's going on?
People
But what
who
do I
get
know?
it.
I don't get no bitches, according to Mikey.
Yeah.
Let's see. So
Don't see it.
what else we got for
I try to
today?
see it,
Oh,
just don't see
here we
it.
go.
Well, see the pussy.
I don't see you with the.
I don't bring people around like that. Like, that's not my thing. It's not my thing. I'd rather. That's why I like to live alone. You know, sometimes you got to sneak back somebody that's not really up to par, but you got to break a slump, and you just got. No, I'm kidding.
That happens.
It does happen. I wasn't kidding at all. This is a podcast. You know.
See,
Ha.
hold on. You know, see-
But yeah.
Do you see how he speaks about things? He's like, I wasn't actually kidding. Like, yeah, of course I bring threes home sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure you have, guy.
Like, I'm just kidding, but like, it's exactly what I do.
Listen, man.
yeah.
Mikey,
I'm just playing.
I just
No,
love.
I'm just joking.
I can't wait. Mikey, we went out to Mellow Mushroom, and we argued at Mellow Mushroom, and he got me drunk. I wasn't a drinker until
He drank one high noon. What are you talking about?
Nah,
I got you
bro.
drunk.
That had me gone, bro. That shit, like, we were literally like arguing
like-
back and forth in the Mellow Mushroom. You know what I mean?
We were not arguing.
We were arguing.
You just thought you were.
Which mellow mushroom?
The one
Avondale.
I used to work in Avondale, and it was the one right over there.
Okay.
Very Homer. I'm glad that we got to the Jacksonville talk. I love that we talked about Jacksonville stuff. I watched a video today, gentlemen. Let me pull this video up. I went to a YouTube channel. All right. Apparently, it's a fat couple. They said it in the video. Don't get mad at me, listeners. But they were in the video, and they just go around to cities, and they drive through the hoods. Like, they document the. I sent you the video, right, Mikey?
Yeah,
I'm trying
no,
to find
I've
the
seen
link to
these
that
videos.
shit. You've seen them before? Today was
Yeah.
the first time that I watched it. I've never seen anything like
I've
it
been on
before.
some deep YouTube holes.
It's it was like the hoods of Jacksonville or some shit. I'm trying to pull this video up for you guys. But I saw this, and obviously people narrating was out of towners. Let's see, history right here. The Real Streets of Jacksonville, Florida is the title of the video. Right here, and the guy pretty much just drives through Jacksonville. You know, him and his girl or whatever, and just film shit. You know what I mean? So I'm watching this earlier, and like they're talking about, oh, it's real dangerous around some of these parts, yada yada yada. And I'm like, oh,
That's my old dope house.
yeah, bro. Literally, I'm like, oh, look, this dude literally drove right past my church. Like he drove past my church, places I used to live.
You're like, motherfucker, that's me.
He's like, yeah, man, you don't never want to live over here. It gets really crazy on this side of town, according to the stories. And I'm like, nigga, people are nice right here. What are you talking about,
Dude,
But he's driving.
the
I mean,
Jacksonville-
he did go to Moncrief and go to all these other areas and shit.
The
But what,
Jacksonville gay community isn't big enough to gentrify this area. They're close though.
They're
'Cause
trying.
I deliver over there all the time. The houses are cute. The areas are awesome. Like,
Dude, I'll
there's good
randomly
local
do wallpaper
business.
over there. Some like young couple
Yeah,
buys this
yeah,
shit
yeah,
house
yeah.
and turns it into this awesome fucking house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're only a couple gays away from it being all different.
They're trying. It's happening.
yeah.
We're getting real
Yes.
diverse.
Yeah.
He literally talks about that in this video. He's like, first of all, he says it really weird. I don't think that he knows what gentrification is, because in the video he keeps going, oh yeah, there's so much potential. Oh no, he's like, there's so much like room for gentrification that can happen here. But like I said it right, but he says it in the video a wrong way. He's saying it like it's a positive thing, where he's like, yeah, like it's about to happen. Like,
Dude,
yada,
it
yada,
is
yada.
positive to some people.
Gentrification is
Yeah.
positive.
I'm not
Maybe
saying it.
wrong.
I'm not saying it is.
Oh,
I'm saying
got
to
it.
some people,
Oh,
they view it that way. There
Yeah.
are people that do not like that area,
yeah.
and they are rich as fuck, and for whatever reason they want to live there. So
Yeah.
to them it's good. They're wrong, but
This is why I said they were a fat couple, by the way, because
of course they're fat.
he said it, and in the video he goes. First of all, he didn't know what to say about this one place, so he goes, "Oh, also Jacksonville is one of like the best places for barbecue if you're fat and love food." So he literally says those words verbatim.
Fuck yeah.
And I laughed so hard. I was like, I'm gonna watch the rest of this now, just because he's so honest. Like,
Yeah.
you never see him on camera, but because he said that one part in the earlier parts, I was like, I'm gonna watch this whole
You're
thing now.
fat and love food.
His girl was like, "Yeah, the food is great. The barbecue was great." I was like, "Go ahead, cute fat couple out here getting thousands of
thing is,
views."
like,
Everybody's in the comments
gentrification
literally
isn't
going
good,
like, "Oh,
but I love a historic bungalow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love
Nothing
it.
like it.
I love a little like
you know what side of town I'm trying to
old-
move to."
Yeah.
Nice.
You're gonna. I saw the house. It's beautiful.
Yeah, don't say
inside.
it. Thank you, I appreciate that.
A nice 4-bedroom, 3-bath, dude.
Yeah.
3 fireplaces in there.
Hey man,
It's
we
nice.
only got a couple more episodes left in the studio. I'm really happy that you're here on my podcast in this format of what it is. It wasn't
like it.
always like this. But we got a couple more episodes left in this studio here, coming to you live from my sister's shoe closet, shoe room. It's been a nice couple little runs of an episode, man. Very historic here. Were you expecting this when I told you that you were gonna be here? Like when I asked you to come here, were you expecting that on the other side of the camera?
I mean, yeah, I mean, once you said it was at someone's house, I just expected the standard. We're in a room of someone's
Nice.
house doing a podcast. This is a very classic vibe. It's good. It's a
I
good
love
vibe in here.
Hell
You
yeah.
did good.
I do my best, man.
You got your background. That's huge. Comfy seat for me. That's everything.
Yeah, I feel like that couch is too small. I wanted a bigger couch. No, I'm kidding. But we'll get a bigger couch next
I think it's
time.
good.
You guys can help me get a bigger couch if you just support this podcast at the links down below.
Get that Patreon, dude.
I'm working on it, man. I got it. I got the profile up. I just got to get the content for it.
Patreon's
I have ideas and stuff, but I don't want to put anything on Patreon that's ass. You know what I mean? I want to half-ass a Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm definitely gonna. I'm working on. I'm transitioning to like investing more into YouTube, investing more into Patreon, so I can start living off the kind of this like the content that I've been putting out. But what comes with that is first making the content better so people want to pay, and just over review.
I'm not telling you what to do at all, but like we could have just recorded an extra 20 minutes and then that's the Patreon episode. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're at an hour now, and I still have more topics.
I could
so-
talk forever.
All
I'm saying for you,
for me.
Patreon.
Absolutely.
Like,
Are
to
you
get
down? You
content.
good? I'm ready.
Right here.
All right. Hell yeah.
I'm just saying for your Patreon, if you want to get stuff, like when you have shit going on, just record a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like do separate things.
Oh, that's what
You
I'm
know what I
learning
mean?
now about content creation.
all editing, baby.
I became a lot better of a content creator over these last couple of weeks. Like I've been reading a lot of books and like listening to stuff that helps me out. Like we're gonna start batching stuff soon, like making a lot more. I'm learning a lot more about that. Like, you know what I mean? You actually were the person who told me about Patreon at the show when I talked to you about it.
Yeah.
So before we get out, I do want to talk.
I will talk to you forever, but I want to keep talking.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
pee?
not done. Oh, you want to pee
Can I?
now? Do we pee in the middle of the podcast? Is that allowed, Mikey?
We do if we want to do Patreon an extra 20 minutes.
All right.
Is that what you want to do?
I guess I'll let you go pee, my brother. But listen, man, I'm here. I don't got shit to do. I'm working all day tomorrow. I don't really care. I'm here. Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
Thanks for being on my show.
I'm just saying, I'll talk
All right,
as
we're
long
gonna
as
take a
you
little
want.
break, guys. We're gonna use a little bathroom break, a little potty break, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, real quick, some comedy show dates where you can see me do some stand-up. I was about to say December. What's this month? Fucking.
We're in January.
January.
Big January.
January 25th, I'll be at Voussoir. Tuesday, January 25th. 26th, I'm going to Madcap's Comedy Club. That's New Smyrna Beach. I'll be in a comedy competition in New Smyrna.
Nice.
27th, I'll be at CBD with this lovely guy over here who hosts that every week. You gonna be there that day?
Yeah, dude, of course.
All right, every week on the 27th, you guys come out to CBD. February 1st, back at Voussoir. February 6th, I'll be Big Game Comedy, which is with Cortez Brooks at Goodfellas. So you guys can get tickets to that right now. I'm going to put the link in the bio, $25. Come out, have a good night of laughs, watch your boy featuring, get a nice little 15-minute spot to make some magic happen, and we'll see. You got some dates? You got some shows?
Nice on a 15-minute spot, dude.
Thank you, I appreciate that, man.
dude. February 4th, it Lifted Spirits Tap Room and Bottle Shop in Palaca, Florida. So I already know no one's fucking going. That place is fucking...
I've never been to Palaca.
No, but Andre Dolan books it. I love him so much. Thank you for booking me on this, dude. I appreciate it. I've done it before. It's great. I love Palaca. I'll be at Voussoir every time he is.
Yes, sir.
I host CBD Cafe.
Every week.
The best mic in town, dude. I swear to God, the crowd doesn't leave. If you're a comic, whether you go first or 25th, there's always a crowd, and they're all right. And I just do all the mics in town, dude. But CBD Cafe every Thursday. I highly suggest if you want to have a fun time.
Guys, come laugh. We're both incredibly funny,
It's so
and we
fun.
work our ass off.
Yeah.
Why not support us?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the show. All right, before we get out of here, let's talk some TV. Let's talk some comedy, movies, whatever. Obviously, what are y'all keeping up with? Let me know what y'all are watching. I thought this was a cool thing to do. I mentioned a couple episodes of TV shows last week. Abbott Elementary. I don't know if you've heard of it, CJ.
I've heard of it, but
Dude,
I've not seen it.
It's a very funny show. You guys got to go check it out. Let me pull it up on Google so I can give you the cast one more time. But it's incredibly hilarious. Tyler James Williams is in it. He's back acting again. The guy from Everybody Hates Chris. He's back acting.
You think
again.
I watched Everybody Hates Chris, buddy?
I assume so. You're a comedian. You didn't watch Everybody
I
Hates
don't
Chris?
watch,
Chris.
like, funny
You could have been
shit.
Greg. Greg was a white guy. He was a funny character.
I
on
don't
there.
really watch funny shit
All
ever.
right, all right.
I'm not
Well-
like hating on funny shit. I
It was
love
on,
Righteous
like-
Gemstones.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's
you
true.
had cable. You had cable in the room as a kid.
I used to. I'm just saying now, like I don't have a bunch of time to watch it, so when I do, it's like the shows